I have been contemplating about something recently. What if Daniel Dickenson has changed over time and I could consider of rehiring him just in case if he hasn't found another job since I fired him 2 years ago. He did searched for Louis Teagle ages ago along with a plump lady named Henrietta Beagle. I could consider it.
Hello Paul Perkinson, how are you today on this nice cold day?
I am doing a-okay, Danielle. I have been thinking of something recently. I'm thinking of rehiring someone who hasn't been with me for a long time.
You are thinking of rehiring Oliver Maplewell Owen? Are you kidding me? He was nothing but a strict, horrible, selfish, tight, big bully to your colleagues, especially with Chia Howe Chicknug, Hugh Jackson, Andy Alien, Rob Robot, and Graham Gareth. Absolutely no chance would I want Oliver Owen back here after the trouble he caused with us.
No, it'll certainly not be Oliver Owen. No way will I ever rehire him. He was worse than Prashant Kanchan, who was another colleague of mine that I fired him for attempting murder on Beth Bumblehig. Neither will Oliver Owen or Prashant Kanchan will be rehired at any time, so you have nothing to worry about, Danielle Marypop.
Thank goodness for that, Paul Perkinson. My apologies for stressing out a bit, but I thought you might have given Oliver Owen another chance here, which I would hate that to happen. So who is it you're thinking of rehiring?
Well, Danielle Marypop, it is. Enter.
Good day to you, Paul Perkinson and Danielle Marypop. My apologies for interrupting your conversation, but there is someone at the door who I don't know that is waiting in the corridor.
Thank you for telling me, Beth Bumblehig. Tell him or her to come into my office so I can greet this guest here.
Hello. Paul Perkinson.
Daniel Dickenson. The very person I was just about to mention to Danielle. Please come to me so we can chat.
The thing is, Paul Perkinson, if that is your name, Daniel really needs your help.
I have been struggling to find a job ever since you sacked me 2 years ago. I tried to find other places and almost joined the community news as a weatherman for Serena Sheringham and Mike Mitch, but a guy called Simon decided to scrap my role on the network at the last minute because he didn't like my background and persona. Henrietta Beagle, bless her, has been comforting me since Simon decided to send me out from the network building, and she suggested to me to come to you so I can say something really important to you. If it's okay with you.
Well, go ahead, Daniel. I think I know what you are about to say anyway.
I would like to say, Paul Perkinson, that I am very sorry for calling you an American immigrant ages ago because Oliver Lockwell made me agitated when I was doing my direct Daniel advert back on Lewis Vlog 34. I'm not a mean or nasty person, I just have limits and imperfectness. I don't know what else to do with my life when it comes to work. Advertising is what I'm best at, and there is nowhere else to go to create advertisements or promos for national television. My question to you now is, do you forgive me?
You can see Mr. Perkinson, he is apologetic about his past actions. What do you reckon about Daniel?
Well, you apologies to me, which is a very nice amend from you, Daniel. But you have to be very careful of what you say to me, as I'm in charge of all of my colleagues, which included you too. I have been thinking of rehiring you if you are interested of working at this advertisement apartment for me, and Danielle Marypop will be your co-head supporter, as she is my sister's replacement for Karen's, Beth's, and Chia Howe's reviewer for adverts. What do you say, Daniel? Would you want to work for me again?
Do you want to work for Paul Perkinson again and have a proper job for the first time in a very long time?
Well, the only thing I can say is, sure. Count me in.
That's brilliant to hear from you, Daniel. Mr. Dickenson, you're rehired. Welcome back. I'll see you next Monday.
Isn't this brilliant, Henrietta Beagle? I got a proper job again and I am working for Paul Perkinson again. This is brilliant.
It's lovely that you got a job role again after 2 years. I might work here as well, but I'll think about it later.
Hello, Mr. Dickenson, Daniel Dickenson. It's been a very long time.
Oliver Lockwell. We meet again after 2 years. How has life been for you?
Life has been mysterious with me shortly after you were sacked by Paul Perkinson himself. Somebody kidnapped me after a day when I shown my Morrison's Christmas advert back on Lewis Vlog 37. Olivia Lockwell, who you know that she is my sister, didn't knew where I was, neither did Chia Ling Heliponter or Hugh Jackson. I have managed to return to Paul when I founded this place along when Graham Gareth joined Paul Perkinson at the same time as I returned. Chia Ling Heliponter has also returned only a few months ago as she was away during 2021 as she was visiting China, and lots of people speculated that she died from the coronavirus in June of that year. Life has certainly changed a lot 2 years later since the last time we saw each other.
Things in your lives has certainly changed. I'm Henrietta Biggle, by the way, Oliver Lovewell. It's a pleasure to meet you. Me and Daniel has been living at Louis Teagle's house for ages. I have Louis's old bedroom now, as Louis himself is in his own home. Me and Daniel were amazed when we visited Louis.
Well, hello to you, Henrietta Biggle. Me and Daniel originally didn't get along well because of our creative differences and my opinions when Daniel used to show adverts to us before he was fired. I still remember that Daniel had a crush on Chia Ling Heliponter, which I don't know you Daniel still fancy Chia Ling as of today. Who is your crush now? Is it still Chia Ling or somebody different?
Well, that's a very good question, Oliver. I don't know. I haven't thought about crushes and romance since Paul sacked me. I have been busy focusing on hiding from Andy Alien, Rob Robot, and Jonathan Jack as they kidnapped me ages ago, and I managed to land myself back on Earth in last year, getting to the use of Louis's house as Louis himself let me stay in the spare room where I live now, looking for jobs everything during 2021, and getting to know Henrietta Biggle for the past several months. So yes, life has been very different for all of us.
Hey you three, shall we have a drink in the canteen and you can tell me more about yourself, Daniel Dickenson? You seem to know Oliver Lockwell very well and you three are enjoying chatting with each other.
We can do Daniel Maripop. I can tell you loads of things about Daniel and Louis.
I can tell you things like my adverts I shown to Paul before, and other things like the doom and gloom and grey and rain guy.
I know Daniel very well, Danielle, as we met each other 2 years ago, way before you met either of us here nowadays. I'll have a nice drink of PG Tips with just milk and sweetener.
That's something you don't see every day. Seeing a sleepy cat just sleeping on there. Hello there. How you been? I've been okay. Oh, I just seen that cat over there just sleeping. Seen it a few times because it's got like a thin white whiskers. I've seen it a few times, I have. You'll probably be wondering what I've got to tell you. Let's go in the living room and I will explain. Come on. Here we are. Now, what's new from me, you might be asking, of this week's episode? Well, not too long ago, I've been writing down some ideas of a certain series getting revived. You're probably wondering, what are you talking about? What revival series? Well, believe it or not, I've been contemplating very recently about bringing an old show back that I haven't done in ages. Here is sorry if you can't see it properly. I'll give you a few seconds to have a good look at some plans of this revival series I've been working on. Do you know what it might be? No. Hang on a minute. Is that Mario Toys family? Kinda, it could be. Here is some more information based on the possible revival sequel series that I've been contemplating about. It's been on my mind for a little while actually. So, as you can see properly, I've been writing down itineraries, confirmed characters, new characters. that's one thing I've got to tell you. Lewis, mate, I know you only have big dreams of being a creator, but it's getting to a stage now. Why can't you just retire? Oh, you're still sick of seeing my shows, are you? Yes. I wonder if it's by the fact that Lewis Vlogs has been starting to become drained and tainted. Do you think the show might be going on for too long? To be honest, I don't really feel very energetic at the moment. What if the show is going on for too long? Maybe that's the reason why Lewis Vlogs is just... maybe it had more episodes than needed. What is it with you lot? Is it my bungalow? Is it me? Is it Daniel Dickenson? What is it that you're tired of? My humour? All of the doom and gloom and grey and rain jokes? I don't know what it is. Or is there something missing that you're all missing of? Is it me going around in the public often? Is it the creepy voice that you're missing? Queen Bee Beth? There's got to be an explanation in something. There's a perfect answer for that. What then? You. Just being you. Every time I see you on the telly, I just get right remote, get on the guide and quickly escape from you. It's basically me, isn't it? And you drop my remote, that's your fault. Maybe I suppose, you know, no matter what I do for you lot, it's never good enough for you. Maybe everyone else and everything else is just better than me. Everything else is more popular than Lewis Vlogs or MTF. I guess I am just... I should have just fallen into the obscurity, fallen into retirement, giving up. I can't believe this is the appreciation I get from you lot every time I make entertainment for you. I get tomatoes thrown at me and broken glass empty bottles and where's my flowers? You know, where are my flowers? Where's my BAFTA award? Or where's my certificate for Series of the Year? Will Lewis Vlogs ever get one? Maybe not, I suppose. Maybe I suppose my days of Lewis Vlogs is finally coming to an end. And by the time vlog 100 comes, it should be the last ever Lewis Vlogs. I might consider it, since none of you enjoy watching Lewis Vlogs anymore. Real shame it is. Bear in mind, I feel more dysfunctional over time because of personal reasons. Or maybe it's my age, maybe, because I'm 23 years old now. Is it because I'm too old? Is that why you want younger people? Because they're more trendy than I am? Thanks. I can't believe I'm realised now that I'm just nothing but a dated celebrity. Oh, thanks a lot, viewers. I really appreciate the encouragement and support. You deserve a one big round of applause. Well done. You all get a golden sticker, a gold star sticker. I'll probably get that from Dudley H. Smith very soon for you all. What is it with me? And I'm just not good enough for anyone anymore. You know what I believe? Maybe I've just not been thinking about Lewis Vlogs as much as I used to do, because I've been so busy with my personal life, with my waiting on my bungalow. Maybe that's the reason why Lewis Vlogs has just been like not as trendy as it was like back in season 2 years ago when COVID was around. It's not the fact that people don't like me anymore or Lewis Logs is tired out. It's just the interest of Lewis Logs has just faded out over time. Even during in series 3 of Lewis Logs, this has been a behind the scenes for you. Things hasn't been as investingly interesting with Lewis Logs compared to when I was filming the vlogs. You know, between vlog 16 up until vlog 48, 49, things are just kind of seem to fade out with my interest in Lewis vlogs. Maybe I don't forgive myself enough. Maybe I'm just trying too hard to make people entertained or trying to make others happy. And that's the reason why I felt lost ages ago and Rotten Reality, put the kick in the teeth of my well-being ages ago. I think the truth is, Lewis Logs has not been on my mind as rarely as much, comparing to 2 years ago when I was 21. Maybe I need to forgive myself more that there is no such thing as a perfect show or perfect people or perfect anything. Even Lewis Logs is not perfect. I have to admit that filming season 2 was funnier and more enthusiastic than filming last year's season, which was series 3. I have to admit that filming 2 years ago was more enthusiastically interesting than last year's series when I was 22. You can already go on, do I have a top 5 favourite Lewis Vlogs episode? Not yet, but yes, and I am telling you that there will be 100th vlog, and no, I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. You'll have to just to wait and see what I come up with. No, I won't retire, that's definitely not happening. I was being serious when I was discussing with you about this and that on the sofa. Maybe I need to come up with new humour. And speaking of which, I have been contemplating about, because sometimes when there's no one around and I talk to myself, I normally come up with random situations and come up with random people and how the way they communicate. I might do that more often and show you, like you see on comedy shows, like when people do stand-up talking comedy, something like that. All of that should be considered as new humour. What do you reckon? Do you forgive me that I'm only joking most of the time with you? No, we don't. The best forgiving we can get from you is that Lewis Logs gets cancelled now. Wow. Thanks. I really appreciate that. It's fine. No, you're right. Nobody likes me. No one likes Lewis Logs. I'm just disastrous, aren't I? Should have done a Specsavers. Haven't done that in a while, haven't I? No, it's fine. I finally got the message. I finally seem to come to terms that maybe this season will be more expressive with feelings and interesting subjects rather than just simply humour. I wonder if that might improve on the series of Lewis Logs, I wonder. Express more different subjects rather than just going sugar on the Specsavers, or is it you doom and gloom and grey and rain, or whatever I've been doing so many times in the past 77 episodes or so far. I need to work on different situations rather than just, hello, it's me, Lewis, welcome to the show, blah blah blah, bye bye everybody, bye bye. It's not just simply about that. It's got to be more expressive and varieted too. You're probably going to be wondering, is that cat still there? I'll have a check for you. Yep. The cat's there. It is certainly. More expressive. Speaking of which, if Lewis Loss does get renewing for a 5th season, and you're probably all going to be saying, oh no, not again. Series 5 of Lewis Vlogs? Stop that. Enough of that. Too early to mention about Series 5 of Lewis Vlogs yet. Well, I think of some ideas to make the show more interesting. What about you lot? Go and see what Paul Perkinson's colleagues are up to, and I'll see you on another episode. For now, bye bye everybody. Bye bye. Now, expressive ideas. You can't stay in here, you know. Go and see what Paul's colleagues are up to. And you're on the Freeview, guys. Put that remote down and be quiet. Shh! Wake the baby! We're giggling at that. See you soon.
I am glad that you got a brand new proper job, Daniel. I might consider of working here if I want to. But I won't decide at the moment as I would like to give it time.
That's a good idea, Henrietta. Taking your time on big changes is important so you do not make quick mistakes so easily for yourself. Unlike Daniel used to do back at Paul's plays. He made a lot of mistakes because of how quickly he was with advertising.
Bear in mind, Oliver Lockwell, my mind and thinking brain was very different back in 2020. Maybe I was trying too hard to impress Paul Perkinson so I could, I don't know, be Employee of the Month or something?
There wasn't an Employee of the Month or anything, Daniel Dickenson. Maybe you were just trying to be better at advertising than me. Possibly with my sister too.
Could I ask you something, Oliver?
Well, if you like. No favors though, please.
I was wondering if we could be friends properly now, since me, you and Henrietta are having a lovely time in this canteen together and getting to know each other a lot of better now.
I can do. I know you weren't a nasty person in general, you were just desperate for yourself in everything. You need to accept that you cannot win everything in life and not everything can play in your way. You agree with me, Henrietta, don't you?
I certainly do, Oliver Lowell. Daniel just needs to appreciate other people's moments rather than just himself all the time. He just wanted to be the star of the advertisements every time and not letting anybody else have a turn or chance.
My new work life here will certainly be a fresh start for me and coming into 2023. I'm excited to work with Paul again and meeting some new faces here.
It'll also be a new fresh start for me too. I hope at some point in 2023 that you, Henrietta, will be joining us and making adverts even together maybe. Me, you and Daniel Dickenson.
Who knows, Oliver? Let the future commence us.